What's poppin' YouTube, and welcome to my channel AstroFinesse. It's your boy Lil Finesse, the Jiggy Hippie, back with another video for y'all. I know I had y'all waiting a little minute. I've been a little busy. I go to school and I work, but don't worry, I got y'all. In this video though, I'm gonna talk about how to read your birth chart. Now, if you have never ever even heard about a natal chart or birth chart, never looked at it, this is the video for you. But before you watch this, you have to watch my first two videos, so like it will help everything to make sense even more clear. So after you watch my first two videos, come back to this. So reading the birth chart is so important to know. It basically tells you everything you need to know about yourself. When I say everything, I mean everything. It tells you every single thing about your life purpose and your life journey in this lifetime. So in order to read that, it's hella complicated. There's hella shit to it. I understand. Even I myself don't know every single thing about it. That's how deep it gets. Like it's so complex. But what I'm gonna do in this video is like break it down for like the beginners, like things you gotta learn when you first start. This is what I started off with, and you're just gonna keep growing and adding on to that. And it's gonna add like more knowledge to yourself. So before you start about that, by the way, there's a simple concept that we all have to understand, that we all know, but I'm just gonna like speak it so we can understand it. That there is a duality in everything in life. Everything in life has two, like an opposite or duality, or just everything in life is just in twos basically, like up, down, left, right. Everything is duality except for time, because time is not real. Time is not real, but I'm not gonna talk about all that right now. So in duality, up, down, left, right, black, white, forward, back, slow, fast, and all that. So the duality in astrology though, this is what you have to understand, and this is why like the natal chart is so important. The duality in astrology is as above, so below. So whatever happens above in the universe, in the ethers, in the galaxy, whatever happens above directly affects what happens below, which is where we live in the earth. Like whatever happens above directly affects what happens below on our earth plane. So that's why the natal chart is a picture of what happened above when you were born. So that's why, like, to figure this out, you gotta get your time of birth, which is very important. If you don't know your time of birth, by the way, because some people don't know, which is like, it's kind of unfortunate, but some people don't know the time they were born. You could use 12 p.m. like as a time. But when you use the time that you're not born and use 12 p.m. and that's not your time, understand that your birth chart is not as like accurate. It's not as pinpoint as if you knew your time. But it will still tell you everything you know, but your moon sign and your rising sign might be a little off because you don't know your exact time. So you need the time you were born, you need the place that you were born, and your birthday. So as above, the chart just shows you a picture of what the universe was above, and that tells you how you are below. If that makes sense, you understand what that means. As above, so below. For every reaction, there's an opposite and equal reactions. Everything is duality, twos. So understand that. So this is gonna be my first time like trying to make a video using a lot of like images. So my editing skills, I'm getting better as I go. Like videos are getting better, so don't mind me if this shit look hella ghetto and shit, but it's all good. But so to start off, you have to understand the symbolisms that you're gonna see in the chart. I'm gonna drop a lot of pictures so y'all could actually visually see it. So you might not see me so much in this video, but y'all be alright. So they're called glyphs or glyphs, G-L-Y-P-H-S, glyphs. So understand the symbolisms of each sign. So I'm gonna drop a picture of the 12 signs and their symbols. Feel free to screenshot as much as you need to, pause as much as you need to. This video, I don't expect y'all, if you never did this before, never read about this, never understood this, never learned about this, don't be hard on yourself trying to learn everything all at one time. Astrology takes time because it's a journey. Like you just take your time, allow it to sink in your head. At the same time, don't try to force yourself to learn everything at once, because then you'll be confused. So just take your time, pause as much as you need to, screenshot as much as you need to. So the glyphs for your signs are the following, and then you have to understand the glyphs for the planets. Now, we have a lot of planets inside of us. We have something called the inner planets and the outer planets. What I'm going to be discussing in this video, because this is for beginners, you just started, I'm not going to put so much information on y'all. I'm just going to talk about the inner planets, and that's the one that directly affects you as a person. The outer planets are the planets that, like, you know, affect your whole generation kind of thing. And the inner planets include your sun, your moon, your Venus, your Mars, and your outer planets include Saturn, Uranus, Pluto, Jupiter. Those are the ones that your whole generation is going to like. So for me, I'm gonna drop my chart too. You're gonna see that. But for me, I'm born in 1995. So all those people that was born in 1995 will have the same outer planets as me. Those planets move slower. So now that you see the symbols and now that you understand the concept of what a natal chart is, now I'm gonna help y'all understand how to read your birth chart. The website that I use, and this is the one I found the most easiest for me, it's called theastrocodex.com. I'm gonna drop the link in the description box. It's very simple for beginners. It's very simple to understand. Once you put in the information in the calculator, it shows you your birth chart, it shows you the wheel, and on the bottom when you scroll down, you can actually click on each link. Like, let's say you have a sun in Aquarius, you click sun in Aquarius, and then you will read, like, they have information and you can read about it. You could do that, or you could just watch one of my videos, because I have all 12 signs. So I titled it, what is Aquarius energy, what is Cancer energy. I didn't say what is Cancer sun sign, because I just talked about the energy. So if you have like a Capricorn sun and an Aquarius moon, you can watch the Aquarius video and you will still resonate with it, because that's the energy I was talking about. So now, without further ado, I'm about to get hella personal with y'all and show you my birth chart. Y'all gonna know me. Y'all gonna know who I am on paper. Like, y'all gonna know who I really am type shit. But this is what I do. I'm here to help y'all understand and learn about yourself, self-love. You cannot know who you are you cannot love yourself without knowing who you are. So without further ado, let's get it popping. All right, so boom. Now, the first thing you're gonna see when you look at the birth wheel is gonna see hella lines, hella symbols in the wheel. It's gonna look very confusing. By that, I'm gonna tell y'all the things that you should really look for right now for just starting. So, as you notice on the outside of the circle, you will see the 12 zodiac signs and the glyphs I was talking about. Mine will look different from yours if you're not a Libra rising. On the left, you can see it says AC. AC means your ascendant. So my ascendant is Libra, so that's where my chart starts. You see the Libra sign right there on the left. That's where it starts. And then it goes around like that. So now, looking inside the circles, you'll see small numbers from 1 to 12. Those are something called houses. We have houses. I'm going to drop another picture explaining. I'm not going to talk about houses too much because that'll be confusing in this video. This is just like for beginners. But houses basically are like this. Each sign, houses go in order from the sign. So like Aries is the first sign. So Aries is the house number 1. Taurus is the second sign. Taurus is house number 2, and then so on. So each house represents what the energy of that sign represents. So Aries is about myself, me. So house number 1 is self. Like Virgo is about, you know, serving and helping people. House number 6 is about serving and health and all that. The same thing that Virgo represents is what the house represents, like just like that. So what you want to look for when you first start, this is what you want to look for, because there's a lot of shit you're looking at. I'm just going to tell you what you want to look for. The symbols for the inner planets I was talking about, the Venus, the Mercury, I forgot to say that, Mercury, the Venus, Mercury, Mars, Sun, and Moon. You're going to look for that in your chart. So in my case, if you go to the 4th house and you see how it's cut into like a pizza, they have like 12 cuts in it. Go to the house number 4 and you will see that moon symbol. that means that my moon and that dash right next to that dash on the right, there's like 3 dashes in the 4th house. The dash all the way to the right, that's what the moon represents. So that moon symbol and that dash, when you come down to the dash, you'll see the Aquarius symbol. That means that my moon is in Aquarius. And you see small lines going around the whole circle. Those are something called degrees. That's why it's very important to understand the time you were born, so you know like the exact degree that the planet was at when you were born. So my moon is in Aquarius because the moon glyph, the moon symbol, the dash is in the Aquarius region. If you move along to the right to the 5th house, you will see the Venus sign, the Venus glyph, and that's also in Aquarius, as you see the dash inside the Aquarius. Moving on, you go to the 6th house, you'll see my Mercury is in Pisces, and you see the sun sign, which is the circle with the dot in it, is in Aries. See, the dash is in the Aries region. So that's how you like read like what symbols go in what sign and what degree. It's like it's just easily to understand because they just tell you straight up what it is. Moving along, you will see that when you go to house number between 10 and 11, you see that my Mars is in Leo because it's right in the middle of 10 and 11, house 10 and 11, but it's in the Leo region. So that's how you can look at the circle and understand what signs are in what region. Now the lines, I'm just going to tell you what the lines are. I'm not going to explain it too deep in this video, but the lines is basically, there's something called aspects, and just basically tell you how the planets, the position that they are, how they are related to each other. So even if you don't even read this circle on the website I gave you, the Astro Codex, when you scroll down, they'll tell you everything. So I'm just telling y'all how to look at it and understand the symbols and the lines. When you scroll down, it'll tell you everything you need to know, like the sun and the moon, and it'll tell you that, and you click the link and you will learn about it and it will make sense. So understand that you have to know how to read your birth chart. You have to look at your birth chart. You have to study this. What you want to start off studying in the birth chart are your inner planets, and that's when I was talking about, that's what I said, the sun, the moon, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. Start off with those 5 planets, and also your rising sign. So if your Venus is in Sagittarius, watch my Sagittarius video and you understand how you are when you are, Venus is represented by love and attraction and money also, so you understand how you are in that department. My first 2 videos I talk about what the planets mean, like what Venus means, what Mars means, what moon means, what the sun means. So all you're doing is like putting the pieces together to understand how your energy is made up. If this video gets like 5 million views or something, one person will not comment and tell me I have the same exact chart as you. Every single chart is completely different. The same way that nobody has the same fingerprint as you, every single chart is completely different. That's what people say. That's why when people say astrology is so broad and I'm not my sign and you can't put me in a box. Nobody's putting you in a box unless you look at your chart and you see everything. Like that chart, those lines represent so much. Like every single detail on that chart alone represents a lot. But what my job is going to be is trying to explain it to y'all, to break it down and to help y'all understand how to read it, because that helps you know who you are, what your energy is made up of. Once you understand your chart and you study your chart and you learn about it and you can see in your life how it plays out, because this is like my life on paper. So if you were to know me in real life, you'll be like, all right, so this man is an Aquarius moon, that's why he acts like this. All right, so this man is a Aries, that's why he acts like that. It's like you're looking at it on paper, the blueprint. Before you build a house, you make a blueprint, it's on paper, and then when you look up and you built it, it's in reality, and you see it, like you see what was on paper in reality. That's what the natal chart is. That's what the birth chart is. So once you study yours, then you can ask people around you that you're in relationships with, your parents, like your friends, so you can learn and study about how they're made up. And that's how you could study people and learn about people and understand people to the max. Life is all about learning and experiencing things, but you have to learn about yourself first so you get the most out of your life journey. So this is just for beginners. I'm gonna have to drop more videos going in depth and more deep into the birth chart, but I'm not trying to drop too much information on y'all right now. So understand that starting off, if you never did this before, just plug in your information, which is your birth time, your birthday, the day you were born, in that website, the Astro Codex I gave y'all, the calculator. Look at all your planets, focus on the inner planets, Sun, Moon, Venus, Mercury, Mars. Focus on that first. Focus on learning that first. If your Mars is in Leo like me, watch the Leo video and you have a general understanding of that energy that you have. Like, we're all made up of more than one sign, obviously. That's why you can't be the one person that says like, yo, I hate Capricorns, or yo, I hate Scorpios, because you never know, you might have like that sign inside of your energy. We're all made up of all the signs together. It's the only thing that makes us different is how it's positioned differently. So I'm not making this video too long. I'm gonna be coming back with y'all with more videos. I just been a little busy. I'm on my grind right now, school and work, but I'm not making no excuses. I'm still on my purpose. This is my purpose, getting the information out. I gotta do what I gotta do. And sidebar. I support all African businesses, black businesses. So I just got this backpack from, it's called Africa on My Back, and I'll put the link, I'll put their Instagram in the description too. Africa on My Back. If you like products like this, Africa Kente cloth, this is just so dope. I saw it, I had to get it. Support them. If you're an African business and you want to get your products out there, hit me up and I'll help y'all. Send me a little sample and I'll help y'all advertise it. But Africa on My Back, hit them up. That's like the nicest bag I've ever had, point blank period. So that's gonna be it for this video. Study your birth chart, understand your birth chart, look at it. That's you on paper. That's your blueprint on paper. Study it, learn it. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. I'm gonna see y'all when I see y'all. Y'all be safe out here, and subscribers that have subscribed to me, oh my fucking god, that shit's been growing hella fast, bro. Appreciate y'all. Fuck with y'all. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and handle that one time. And I'm gonna catch y'all when I catch y'all. Be safe out here. Peace.